If they love you too, you get married. Easy. That's what he thought. Until he met Diana. He first noticed her on a quiet spring afternoon in Korea, standing in front of a tiny street food stall, arguing passionately with the vendor in surprisingly fluent Korean. "No, no," she insisted, laughing, pointing at the pan. "You added the sauce too early. It's supposed to caramelize after the heat drops." The vendor looked stunned. Min-jae was impressed. Diana was tall, radiant, with deep brown skin that seemed to glow under the afternoon sun. Her curly hair was tied in a puff, and her eyes danced with confidence. She cooked like she was born in a kitchen, and spoke like she owned every room she walked into. Min-jae fell for her in exactly 3.7 seconds. He timed it. They became friends first. Diana was studying culinary arts, not just cooking, creating. She talked about flavors the way poets talk about emotions. Sweetness had memories, spice had attitude, texture had personality. Min-jae, on the other hand, could barely boil instant noodles without supervision. But he loved watching her cook. He loved how she hummed while chopping vegetables, how she tasted everything with dramatic seriousness, how she fed him first before eating herself. Some nights, she made spicy stews that warmed his bones. Other nights, she experimented with bold fusions, Korean flavors dancing with dishes from her childhood. He never understood half of what she made, but he always finished everything. Because love, he thought, tasted like whatever Diana cooked. After a year, Min-jae was sure she was the one. So he planned the perfect proposal. He bought flowers, practiced his speech, even wore the expensive jacket he'd been saving for important life moments. He invited her to their favorite riverside spot, the place where she once made him try fermented skate and laughed when he nearly cried. The sun was setting when he got down on one knee. "Diana," he said, voice trembling, "you make my life warm, like fresh soup in winter. Will you marry me?" She froze. Not the soft, emotional freeze he expected. A very serious freeze. She stared at him, then at the ring, then back at him. "Min-jae," she said gently, "can you cook?" He blinked. "What?" "Cook," she repeated calmly. "Can you cook real meals? Not noodles, not fried eggs, real cooking." He laughed nervously. "I mean, I can learn?" She shook her head slowly. "I'm sorry." And just like that, she rejected him. Min-jae did not sleep that night, or the next, or the one after that. Rejected because he couldn't cook? Was love not enough? Was loyalty not enough? He even memorized her coffee order in 3 languages. On the 4th sleepless night, he marched to her apartment. "Explain," he demanded. Diana opened the door, already expecting him. She let him in quietly. Then she spoke. "My mother cooked every day of her life," she said softly. "When she got sick, no one knew how to take care of her properly. No one knew how to cook for her. Food is not just food where I come from. It's care. It's love you can touch." She looked straight into his eyes. "If I marry someone, I want to know. If one day I'm too tired, too weak, or too broken, he can still feed us. He can still take care of our home. Not just with money, with hands, with heart." Min-jae had never felt smaller or more determined. The next morning, he burned rice. That afternoon, he oversalted soup. That evening, he somehow made tofu taste like rubber and regret. But he didn't stop. Weeks passed. He watched cooking videos, took secret classes, practiced knife skills until his fingers trembled. His apartment smelled like failure most days, but sometimes, just sometimes, it smelled good. 3 months later, he invited Diana over. She arrived cautiously. He served her a simple meal, steaming rice, grilled fish, and a carefully prepared stew. She tasted the stew first. Silence. Another spoonful. Then another. Min-jae stopped breathing. Finally, she looked up. Her eyes were shining. "You adjusted the salt at the end," she whispered. He nodded. "You tasted as you cooked." He nodded again. She smiled slowly. "You burned the garlic slightly, but balanced it with sweetness." His heart pounded. Then she set the spoon down. "Min-jae," she said softly, "are you proposing again?" He dropped to one knee so fast he nearly slipped. "Yes." "This time?" She said yes. Years later, their kitchen was never quiet. Sometimes Diana led. Sometimes Min-jae did. Sometimes they argued about seasoning like it was a life or death matter. But whenever one of them was tired, the other cooked. And that, Min-jae learned, was what love really tasted like. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like this video to support more emotional stories like this. Comment below. What would you have done in his place? Could you learn to change for love? And most importantly, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our next inspiring love story. Your journey with us is just getting started.